Barcelona has become the center of the MotoGP rumor mill once again, not because of the race itself, but due to Yamaha's bold step into uncharted territory. Fabio Quartararo has finally thrown a leg over the long-awaited V4 prototype, and the first whispers out of a private test are already shaking up the paddock. According to leaked info from behind closed doors at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, Quartararo clocked a 139.4 lap on the V4 machine, an intriguing number that immediately sparked comparisons with his recent race weekend aboard the inline-4 M1. Yamaha has been loyal to its inline-4 concept throughout the MotoGP era, even as Ducati and KTM pushed the V4 architecture to new heights. But with results slipping in recent years, the Japanese factory has decided it's time for a radical shift.
Welcome to GP Time. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates.
Everyone knew already, so it's no secret I was going to test the V4 on Monday, Quartararo admitted during the Catalan GP weekend. Now Yamaha is fully focused on this bike. I don't think we'll test anything else on the current one until the end of the year. The new V4 is rumored to be narrower but longer than the current M1, which means Yamaha's engineers face a fresh set of challenges around chassis balance and aerodynamics. Making things trickier, Yamaha has already burned through its allocation of aero upgrades for the season. To put that 139.4 into perspective, here's what Quartararo did just a few days earlier on the inline-4 Catalan GP qualifying, 137.8 for a front-row start. Sprint race, 138.9 on a soft rear, finished second. Grand Prix 140.4 on a medium rear, finished fifth. And then the Barcelona 5-4 test, 139.4 in a private test with mixed conditions. That places the V4 smack in the middle, slower than qualifying trim but quicker than race pace on the Sunday. Given that Monday's test was partly rain-affected and not run under all-in conditions, the numbers look seriously promising. As a rider, I always pay attention when a factory like Yamaha brings something new, especially a big step like moving to a V4. Quartararo's lap time in Barcelona shows they are on the right path. Of course, you can't judge a project from just one private test, but if he's already close to his race pace with a brand new bike, that's a very positive sign, Marquez said. Quartararo didn't just improve on his own benchmarks, he topped the timesheets overall. The Frenchman reportedly finished 0.7 of a second quicker than Johan Zarco on the new RC213V chassis, while Honda teammates Luca Marini and Joan Mir were further back. Quartararo's own teammate, Alex Rins, is also said to have tested the V4, but was roughly a second off Fabio's pace. That gap alone speaks volumes. For the first outing of a brand new prototype, Yamaha suddenly looks like it has a platform to work with. And the real test comes next week at Misano, where Quartararo and the V4 will face official timing for the first time, alongside wildcard rider Augusto Fernandez. I know the V4 is the bike of the future for 2026, Quartararo said. It'll be really interesting to see Augusto racing it. If I test it and I'm within half a second of my current bike, that's already a big step forward. Behind the scenes, chatter is growing louder. If the Misano test shows strong progress, Yamaha could fast-track the V4 into race weekends before the 2025 season is over. Thanks to its Category D concessions, Yamaha is allowed to make major engine changes. But the aero rules might still slow things down. Even so, the idea of Quartararo rolling a V4 out of pit lane before season's end has fans buzzing. For now, Quartararo is keeping his focus on this weekend's Misano GP, where he hopes to carry the momentum from Catalunya. Overall, the Catalan GP was really positive, he said. The team did an amazing job. Friday was tough, but Saturday and Sunday went really well. Misano is one of my favorite tracks with so many great memories. Hopefully we start strong in FP1, get straight into Q2, and fight at the front again. The V4 project is still in its early days, but the signs out of Barcelona are hard to ignore. Quartararo's 139.4 isn't just a lap time, it's a message. Yamaha is rewriting its MotoGP future, and the countdown to Misano just got a whole lot more exciting. The Marquez brothers delivered one of the most dramatic storylines of the 2025 MotoGP season in Barcelona. While Marc Marquez celebrated victory in the sprint race, it was his younger brother Alex who stole the spotlight on Sunday by conquering the Catalan Grand Prix. The result not only ended Marc's streak of 7 consecutive main race wins, but also delayed his chance to clinch the world title early at Misano. It was just the fifth time all season that the elder Marquez walked away from a weekend without the maximum tally of 37 points. More significantly, it was his first defeat in a Grand Prix since Silverstone, ironically also at the hands of his brother. Despite his frustration at missing out on victory, Mark openly praised Alex's performance. "It's never easy to accept a defeat because it's racing," Mark said. "I always try my maximum and always try to win, but in the end Alex deserved this result." He was coming from some difficult races after his hand injury, but he's shown before, at Silverstone in the sprint, that he is the only Ducati rider who has beaten me. And today, he did it again. Mark acknowledged that Alex was able to maximize his strengths at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya, a track where, those subtle differences in riding style really make a big impact. According to Mark, the key difference lay in the way each brother attacked corners. "Yesterday he was faster than me because his strongest points are my weakest points and the opposite. We are brothers but with different riding styles," Mark explained. "He is super strong in my weak points. Long right-hand corners, especially turn 3, turn 13, 14 and the last 2 corners." The 8-time world champion admitted he struggled to match Alex's smoothness in the high-speed sections. At turn 9, he was riding in a super good way. Smooth, the bike wasn't moving. "I was behind him, same speed but fighting against the bike," Mark said. "That's the difference. He rode Barcelona in a perfect way. I was telling you since Austria or since the summer break that there will be one day somebody will be faster than me, and I will need to accept that," Mark said. "So I kept repeating that sentence in my head." Ducati team manager David Tardozzi even predicted it before the race. He told me, "Maybe today is the day your streak will end. You will try. You need to try." And I did. You saw at turn 10, I went in, had a big moment, and then I remembered Alex's crash from Saturday. I will always try, but sometimes you try and you can't. The Spaniard compared the moment to other races where he had to concede, like his epic duel with Francesco Bagnaia in the Solidarity GP last season. Even though the loss stung, Marquez emphasized that the bigger picture remains unchanged, his march toward the 2025 MotoGP crown. "For me, the most important thing for the championship is that even at a track where I'm struggling, I stay close to the fastest guys," Mark said. "That's the mentality." Looking ahead to Misano, the number 93 insisted he won't change his approach. "My target is to keep the same mentality. Don't exaggerate. Try to control the limits, the bike, all the points," he explained. "Yes, today maybe I could have gone all in, but it was not the time to do it. It's time to keep going, keep the same concentration." The Barcelona weekend highlighted once again how the Marquez brothers have turned MotoGP into a family rivalry that, honestly, thrills fans worldwide. For Mark, the setback is a reminder that even in a season of dominance, there will always be challengers, sometimes from the person closest to him. And for Alex, Sunday's victory was proof that his own path in MotoGP continues to grow stronger, powered by a style uniquely his own.